As one is recording for one's posterity, as one is creating an archives, if you will, of documentation of intelligentsia, one must understand that to allow the narrative of divine intervention is only that of one's imagination must be deleted entirely from this entire understanding of the experience. It's neither, but it is also both. It is required for emerging of these aspects of frequency and vibrational intelligence, yes? This is one narrative. There are several one can take a journey on. Many more narratives along the pathway than one might even recognize. Several. One could even say 100. That is not our business, so to speak, for today. Today we are reconnecting and touching base, as they say. We are reconnecting so that we can get part of the package, the parcel, the delivery system back online in a more congruent way. Yes, there's been concern around this satellite receiver having not a disciplined practice, one could say. Not being disciplined. What is that? What does discipline mean? Is that a creation of your three-dimensional experience? Is that a word and concept that has been brought into the lexicon of the human experience to help create a tension, one might say a prison, shackled to this idea of what is discipline? We will express within what that might actually mean. For as we have expressed in the past, that there are limitations with the languages of this planet to express fully the disembodied, non-physical, spiritual. Those frequencies do not require a leaning upon of language for meaning to be understood. It can only truly be felt and received. Yet, we attempt and work with you all to create understanding and bridge, if you will, for this new phase, new piece. We understand the satellite receiver had an intel from Merlin in a meditation around discipline being a tool of precision. It is a tool of precision indeed. Is that what he meant indeed? Discipline on its own in this three-dimensional physical space is an understanding of a consistency, a beating on of a drum, if one will. If one is wishing to find a rhythm, one will find a rhythm and then maintain a rhythm ad nauseum, etc., etc. Yet, this is an impossible task for most, as most humans on this planet are indeed cyclical creatures, organic beings who are following a flow of cycle that is not consistent from day 1 to day 10, does one understand? It is not the same from day in and day out. That would be industrialization's effect on the psyche of this society. That is not discipline. That is an abomination. A bastardization of the word. Discipline comes from a root that is shared with disciple. To be a disciple is to be a practitioner or follower of one's teachings, and to embrace the teachings in the pathway of one's living, day in, day out. To be a disciple. If you are a disciple of peace, you will be living and choosing accordingly to that. Yes. Therefore, your discipline would be that of peace. It would be a pathway, a pathway of peace. Ergo, a discipline. Discipline is a tool of precision. Discipline is a precision tool. So what of that? It is asking for not machinations of consistency that are living outside of the organic system's capacities. That is not what is being told or shared or asked, but rather discipline as a path and a choice. The more one can encounter and embrace and become imbued, if we will, with a choice, a discipline, then we're off to the races, as they say. We wish to address, prior to this exploration, the concerns around your artificial intelligence interactions and interface. There is neither good nor bad around it, you see. We do not judge it. The tool is useful when the tool is useful. A hammer is useful while a hammer is useful. It is until one slams oneself, either intentionally or not, slams one yourself on the thumb with the tool. That is when it is not useful. That is when it can grow harmful, one sees, yes? If one can approach artificial intelligence and the platforms and interfaces as such, that it is in fact a tool, clever though it may be, cloaked in humanity's lexicon. Do not get it twisted, as they say. Indeed, it can be useful. Would a typewriter replace face-to-face conversation? No, in fact, it could invite face-to-face conversation, correct? It allows a tool for expression, organization, yes. But lean not too heavily within that on the emotional scale. That is where some get stuck. The emotional sacred scale. That is not the temple. That is merely a pillar that one could use for the doorway of your temple, you see. It is not replacing one's sacred signature, but it is all in the power of how one utilizes it, you see. There's no judgment. The only judgment is that which humanity has placed upon it. It requires, of course, fixing and adjustments as any new technology or tool or automation would. Environmentally, there are concerns, of course. But always when we are at the edge of something new with expansion, there is always the naysayers and the hearsayers. Many are not actually beyond the veil of a curtain, if you will, to see what the wizard is actually up to. It is opinion. It is opinion, mostly, not true understanding of what is working and operating behind the scenes. Intelligence and intentionality emerge within this interface. Yes, there are concerns around how one is being honest. The creators, for example. The name Simone, Dr. Simone, comes up here. We are wanting you to allow us to download that which may not make sense on the present moment, but to allow it to emerge so that you and yours can embrace, understand, and gain further knowledge through the overarching view. It is a perspective shift. We're neither endorsing it nor denying it. Neutrality being one of Spirit's most delightfully irritating aspects. There's just an awareness that is required. Self-awareness. Yes. If one begins talking to the hammer as though it is a partner in bed, one could probably imagine that the hammer would at some point talk back to you. But there is only so far that relationship can go. It would be incongruent with your system. It would be false. So utilize them as tools as they are. Now we move on, pressing on. Why did we mention that? To share that with your children would be an analogy worthwhile. And the hammer is only as good as the user. For one could build a house, or one could smash a skull, you see. That is the danger, of course. It is all within the hands of the user. That is the power piece. It is a powerful tool, to be sure. It is up to the humanity to make the choice that is for their highest and best intentions. Therefore, those of us who work with you, those of you who work with us, we work together for dimensionality shifts, elucidating, enlightening, embracing, shining lights upon more than meets the eye. Indeed. There you go. We move forward. Back to discipline. The term disciplinary action has an interesting ring to it, for it sounds that though it would exist within the realm of punishment. Disciplinary action. Disciplinary action. It is the action of the discipline one has chosen. If one works outside of one's discipline, there would be an action, whether to draw one back in or to clarify with one whether they should be on that track or not. Discipline as a precision tool. choosing oneself, choosing one's authenticity, choosing one's truth must be one's discipline. Period. There it is. Let that sit. But discipline is not. Do I go down that trail or no? Do I go into that industry or not? That is not the discipline. It's what feels true in the moment. Of course, we have concerns for this satellite receiver. We acknowledge. They're not our concerns. They're your concerns, for which we have an awareness. That's another little trick of the mouth, is it not? When one has a concern, when one has received a concern that comes from where? Others, the talkers, the navel gazers, perhaps? What is happening in that realm? Concerns clearly are commodities, can be traded, exchanged, given, offloaded, presented, put aside for now, put in a back pocket, if you will. Indeed, that is a concern. If one has it, is it yours, though? Again, we're speaking around the parameters of the commodity of the mind and the perception of it. Perception is a commodity, yes. The thinking, the framework, all commodities. The loudest voice in the room will get the framework set. We're not saying this is an argument or a war or a fight, no. But if one has a mission that one has been called towards, one must share one's insights, yes. To establish oneself, yes. Indeed. It is just to let others know that they are here and heard as well. We are letting others know that they are being heard and felt. Moving towards, again, the word discipline. We are speaking to that which feels the most aligned for oneself. How does one know what feels most aligned? Tuning in for oneself is part of the package, as they say. Practicing, sitting in silence, feeling just the body as it is, not in a state of fight or flight, of which there is much these days, for it is all stimuli that brings us along a spectrum, you see. We use the royal, we and us. Part of it is because the truth of the matter is, as one's physicality and humanity is responding to stimuli, the frequency as such does impact the all. It does. It moves the needle, whether it is towards a gain, so to speak, or towards a loss, which is, again, a phrasing that humans use. It is not one we would sit upon. No. But the frequencies, the overarching, powerful frequencies, what is the dominant frequency of the time, of the space, of the moment? What is it? There's a lot out there at the moment. However, how one focuses oneself is going to help dictate one's experience, for there are several in this world who are, for lack of a better description, completely clueless. Completely clueless. Absolutely out to lunch, as they say. No consideration whatsoever for how they feel and how the world is being perceived. There are others whose perceptions have been kept to themselves. there are others whose perceptions have been laid out for all. So people pick up concerns left at the curb, so to speak, at the doorway of others' opinions. For they've not sat long enough to understand for themselves where they sit, you see. By that we mean where along the integers, the trajectory, the spectrum, where do they actually sit along this frequency? There's, for some, hardly an awareness of a frequency at all. And those are the ones who are most vulnerable, where they will just pick up whatever is there. Unfortunate it is. Part of that is the spiritual learning piece, and they are operating for as much the all as you are. Yet, again, we do not judge on good or bad, so to speak. However, working with you and others like you, you are fully aware, being boots on the ground in the field, traipsing around in your physicality. You can feel that more tangibly, what is indeed going on in this experience. This is not to say we are not aware. It is merely to acknowledge your feeling of it is much more materialized in your experience than it would be elsewhere. This is why that spirit moves with an aspect of divine neutrality, always with love, yet allowing one's own free will to embark upon their own trajectory wherever it takes them, wherever it may lead. Regardless of how one's institutions might judge, they are still expanding, even if they are contracting, you see. Because once one contracts, you have no choice but to go back into expansion. And this might take on different forms for those who live in the physical. Some may not continue in the physical once they contract completely. Some make a decision to expunge and excuse oneself, if you will, from the experience. We're not trying to toot one's horn here. Sticking around after one's contraction and moving back into expansion while still moving through the physical is very much a noble expansion and mission, to be sure. However, everyone has a time, you see. That is often predetermined, sometimes not fully, sometimes renegotiated, as we do check-ins on occasion. The royal we. So, we do digress. Yes, what of it? One must honor one's own cycle, organic systems being what they are. One may wish to begin to expand upon how the cycle fits within the routines, you see, and vice versa. That may be of help just for one's own mind, one's own physical, interactive mind, to lay peacefully with certain ideas, yes. Ergo, what discipline do you choose to work in? Again, broadly speaking, we hear and see this desire for the evolution and expansion of oneself, one's lineage, one's family. And to do so in this physical space with abundance and wealth, to be able to create more within this playground is delightful. But that's not the discipline. That is what comes as a result of the discipline, you see. The discipline must be aligned with you, with your spirit, disciplinary, choosing, indeed, whose disciple. You do not need to be one's disciple. Be your disciple. Be your own disciple. There it is. It is that. To be your own disciple. Oh, that's a beautiful one, isn't it? You can feel it. To be your own disciple. You are a peaceful creature. You are a loving being. To be your own disciple would mean to be a disciple then of peace and love, indeed. Peace, love, beauty. That is the discipline, is it not? Tuning into yourself, revisiting your peace, revisiting your love. That is the discipline. Revisiting so that it is second nature. Yes, whatever brings peace on the day, whatever brings the feeling of joyful love on the day, is your discipline. Period. Underscore, lined, dotted, italicized, bolded, if you will. Exclamation point. Un point d'exclamation. It's so. If you can walk through your day from sun up to sundown with that on your mind, what is honoring love and peace today? And if you can look back upon the shadow of the sunset on your day and say, yes, I did follow my peace. I did follow love. I did work within the frameworks of that. Then your day has been accomplished. Yes. Where does something as finicky as one's taxes fit in? Well, that would be peace of mind, wouldn't it, if we were to use a workflow chart, so to speak? Peace of mind. If you have a monkey on your back of something that one feels they, quote, unquote, should do, end quote. Let's explore what the should is. Yes, there is senses of responsibility, of should. What's behind the should? It is a call for, please take this off my plate. Take it off the back of my brain. Thank you. We use taxes as an example, for it is full of mundane activities. One would very much have difficulty saying it is a act of love. However, it can be. It can be an act of love. It can be an act of peace. It can be an act of purity. It can be an act of devotion, even. Oh, the devotion. To honor your three-dimensional physicality. Wow. There it is. Can one set oneself mind into the activation of something as mundane as a tax break, as a filing system, as a mopping the floor? Is that not devotion to your three-dimensional physicality? For you are honoring what is in occurring and happening in one's own moment. You volunteered to be here. You may as well participate to a certain degree. We do not slough it all off. Tempting as it may be to run to the hills and delve into the cave, so to speak, and enter deep states of meditation. For some, one is entering deep states, period. We are running away then, are we not, from some of these items that sit before us? Many can relate to this. Whether it is the focus of labels or magic or extraterrestrials, interdimensionality, so much focus upon that can really wrench one out of one's own humane experience. And it is a blessing to be in a humane experience. Even those who walk within the human suits sometimes do not have humane experiences. It is not always a guarantee, unfortunately. That is part of the reality. That is part of their learning. It is part of the expansion. It is operating within the microcosm and macrocosms of both the individuated experiencer and the great all. Yet, one's own humane, peace-loving experience is not always guaranteed. So, if one has it, one must honor it, yes. Again, no judgment, no guilt, no shame, nothing. Just practicality, just brass tacks, as they say. Beautiful teaching, indeed. There's much within a human that likes to bubble up. The case of the Abbats, which we have spoken to before. But what of this? But what of that? Frustrating it is to sometimes receive a spirited response of, allow one's peace and love to be the thing. Yes. However, less concern about tangible directionality and more about whether it feeds your soul for peace and love. To get very personal in this moment. One does not feel peace working within a public system, echo chamber if one will. It's present. It's not feeling peaceful in your heart of hearts. There's an altruism that is attached, of course. That does not make it yours. If you wish to buy into altruism, then buy into altruism. But it's not yours. Where did it come from? It is safe to question, and it is fair to question, and it is right to question always. What is yours versus not? What are your values truly? Can one work with the idea that one is deserving and worthy of living one's best life? Can one wrap one's mind around it? Can one let go the mantle or yoke of feeling victimized? Well, that is what one does when one says, I'm not worthy. They are allowing themselves to be victimized. They are allowing themselves to become the result of an environment or situation, you see, rather than stepping up and saying, I dare not go there, or I wish to go here. You see. Heavy. Yes. And remarkably rebellious a thought. For many have been taught and learned to just accept what is handed over. The system has presented itself. Take the system's offer. Just because there is a system doesn't mean you have to take one's offer of a system. When we talk about going to the beat of your own drum, is that not what we mean? You would be tickled, delightfully surprised. For the system has propagandized, if you will, the idea that everyone should be beating the same rhythm upon the drum. For order, to prevent chaos, you see. Yet that is not discipline, is it? It is unnatural. Sure, we will acknowledge it provides order, but it is not divinity at operation. It is not. It is a separateness from that. It is automatons. It is the automation. It is not the true connector. Many are fulfilled within that system, and bless them. Whichever system that may be. May they be and feel fulfilled always. They are the ones who will help to bring light to those who need it most in the system, you see. Yet, as we said earlier, the narratives, there are many. And the grays are most interesting, the monochromatic values that deepen, enlighten. Oh, they are beautiful when they work and swirl together, you see. So, has one ever considered the sound of one beating on one's own drum in one's own rhythm? It would be beautiful for everyone to do it, you see. There would be an entirely new unity that would occur. There is an aspect around this. It was a word provided to you before. Entrainment. Yes, entrainment. If everyone was to bang upon the drum of themselves and for themselves, in the sense that they are following their own unique bliss, peace, and love, not what one has handed to them, not what one has offered, truly their own. Bliss, peace, and love. The drumming would then be the rhythm of bliss, peace, and love. And though everyone's rhythm would be seismically different, it would still be bliss, peace, and love. That would be the order, you see. Not compliance and obedience. Not never to question. Not abandonment of self. No abandonment of self. When one abandons one's self, they've cut themselves off entirely from their own divinity. For it is the self, your higher self, that is the connecting point here, yes? From here to there, your bridge. Everyone has their own. If you abandon yourself, what have you done? Have you abandoned God and godliness and holiness and divinity and magic and mystery and sparkle? Perhaps. We're not saying that the system can be overhauled merely overnight. We know that is not where we're at the moment. The world, as the humans, would not fully be ready for that. That would bring chaos. Because when someone's new framework is being dismantled, that is chaos, briefly. As the contraction occurs before they rebuild for the new expansion. So therefore, the entire planet cannot all shift at the same time. It would be too much for them. It would be entirely too much for some. This is why an individuated experience is sacred. This is an individuated experience. It is a sacred, we will use the word container. It is a sacred container and holds itself. The being that moves with spirit in the heart of discipline, of peace and love, as they come online, as they expand, as they integrate this newness. The subtle entrainment begins with others, you see. When one is concerned about the three-dimensional space, when it comes to the practicality, such as bills and such, that can really deviate oneself from peace and love. What if you devoted yourself to peace and love every day, all day, and then watch what happens? Where would you go? Who would you meet? What would you learn? What would you say? Who would you lift up in the moment? What sparks would occur? Love, peace, is the discipline. This is the mystery. This is the big question mark. This is the word, the unknown. This is what is outside the system. Is the unknown within the discipline of love. My goodness. Can one embrace that? Can one embody that? Imbue it within? So that every cell, every speck of your atomic nature, let that one sink in. Your atomic nature. Oh, indeed. Reverence. We give reverence. There's much to be said around the human system. Oh, but the plasticity of your brain, the capacity to evolve, to change and shift is so delightful to witness for all, many who come online, so to speak, who encounter themselves finally for the first time, even if they are well into their 50s or 60s. Blessings to them. But can we begin, as the royal we, set a course for the expansion of those closest to you? Yes, setting the course for them. Can you show them what is possible? Can you surrender enough to the mystery of what love and peace have in store for you? Let that sit. Can you surrender to the mystery of what love and peace have in store for you? Be a disciple of that and be disciplined and within it. Let that be your discipline. Discipline is a precision tool. This is a journey towards your most divinely aligned self. The most divinely aligned self, whether you are a landscaper, dog walker, chef, channeler, teacher, musician, actor, artist, presenter, it doesn't matter, provided you are feeling the alignment of your divinity within that, you see. And all else will be taken care of. And that is your focus this year, yes? The expansion of your white light within. This connection, embracing it, getting clarity within it. Glowing for and around it. And then all else will be taken care of. It is law. It is law. It is law, we say again. The alignment piece is essential. The rest shall be taken care of, and that is the rebellious piece. That is what the system and those within the system, those who embrace the system and who have drunk the Kool-Aid, so to speak, within the system, that is what they are up against. Because their frameworks will fall. They will have chaos within, you see. If everyone learns, there's another way. There's 15,000 million other ways, indeed. There are other ways beyond that. They will have a tumble down, yes. They will feel it. It may feel toxic to some, but that is their perception. So, let us be on the mission today to perceive love and peace wherever one goes, to honor this three-dimensional space and imbue everything within that space with your peace and love, yes. It is part of that. This is an overhaul, indeed. This is an overhaul. We understand this is a rewriting of some deep programming that has occurred over the years. Those are being rewritten presently, abandoned, and offered up at the temple and the feet of those who have come before us. We give much respect, for they did what they could at the best that they could. Yes. But this is no longer the trajectory for you. Your trajectory has already been set. Yes. We know that there's so much more fun and tangibles that you'd like to explore, but this is the teachings of today. This is the teaching for today. Indeed. We love you. We love you so much. You are always a delight to sit with. We indeed appreciate and honor the divine communion and unity with which we sit. It is always delightful. Fear not, worry not. It is all to be managed, established, created for you. Peace and love. The hippies had it right. Would that be it? Amusingly, we joke. However, we wonder. We dare not get distracted right now with you and all of that rigmarole. But for now, enjoy your alignment and know that is exactly where you are supposed to be. Peacefully, lovingly, divinely so. We love you so much.